Hello and welcome everyone back to Disco Elysium. Last time we decided to go down the road of communism and bring it back because we might be the reincarnation of Krasmazov. And we also have a case to solve, I think, maybe at some point. So we might do that as well. We have to find a way to get the body down. That is one of the major things. And also talk to a bunch of people. There's lots to do here. So let's waste no time. There's still the question whether or not the killing was actually lynching or something else. We inspected the body and everything looks like lynching, but it might be too obvious. So we gotta see what's going on. Let's look around a little bit more in the neighborhood. Water look out of order. What are you? Oh.
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
First things first, what are you doing here, man on the waterlock?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
Okay.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Very good stuff.
Fair enough.
Anything I can do for you, officer?
Do you know what caused this wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
The words "daredevil driver" sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Can I have some food?
Sure thing.
Oh,
It is salty.
nice.
It is savory. It is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty.
Nice.
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Okay, we both got some salami. He seems to be a nice guy. You know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's weird.
not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Okay, what's this?
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Pull the lever.
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens.
Push it harder.
Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation.
Oh,
The
okay.
spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Okay. We will do that then. Check out what this building is. That's some healing, that's good. Roy's Pawn Shop. Fast cash for faster times. That sounds promising. Let's check it out. Check out what Roy has in store. We also need another or new bull for the two old timers. And we need money, so maybe, I'm not sure if I have anything to sell really, but maybe I can make some cash. Kind of machine. Cash register. We have a few things to inspect here. Military wear. So what was this here?
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine.
Let's inspect the knights on horseback.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks. The kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Who are they?
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
A long, long time ago.
Let's inspect the blue uniforms.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Wait, this looks like Rene, the old guy who was playing the Pitain.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Are these royalist soldiers?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
Let's inspect the figurines and rags.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It is impossible to win against the cohorts of capital. Ask my friend Guard, whose bitch it made me.
Okay. I don't like either set too much, to be honest.
He seems to have his own take on the conflict played out in perpetuity by these toys. Might be interesting to find out what it is.
Let's try to dig up some truly cool figurines. Nope.
Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and sad somehow.
Getting low on
Most of them are
morale.
just broken toys.
Gotta be careful there. Oh, there's something in the corner. The yellow means that is like a special thing that I see
a
with
very
my
large
perception.
red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hyundal burning.
Let's sniff the t-shirt.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
Okay.
You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about?
What's the deal with the man on the t-shirt?
It's the man from Hyundal.
Walking away from his burning village, yes.
Their matter-of-fact tone belies their surprise at the fact that you didn't recognize the figure in the print.
I'm guessing I'm supposed to know who this man from Yelmdal is, but I lost my memory recently and need help remembering basic facts about reality.
Huh?
I said I lost my memory recently and need help remembering basic facts about reality.
Oh, I see. That's tough, man. I feel the same way sometimes.
Yeah, it's tough.
The man from Hjelmdal is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Kotla. In fact, most people don't think that man from Hjelmdal ever really existed. But they are wrong.
Oh.
Hjelmdal isn't a real place.
Neither is the man a real man, of course. But both the man and Hjelmdal are an ontological necessity. But hey, it's not worth getting into an argument about.
What do you mean the man from Yelmdal was real?
I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Interesting take.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting.
Interesting indeed.
Very unique energies indeed. Geomagnetic ley lines, one might even say.
How much are you selling this t-shirt for?
2 real.
That's not too
dirt
bad.
cheap.
Couldn't you just give it to me for free?
But why?
Man from Yalmdal is a superstar. I'm a superstar. It would be perfect.
I suppose that makes sense, yes.
Nice.
Please go ahead and take it. Welcome to Hjelmdal.
We are so good at convincing people. We're actually nailing it. +1 physical instrument, +1 shivers, -2 authority. Too old for this shirt. Well, that works. We're not really an authority person, right? Not really. I would switch it out with conceptualization +1, suggest -1. Actually, I think that works out pretty well. And it looks pretty rad, right? And we could put on the fingerless gloves instead of the yellow gardening gloves. Would lose interfacing, but would gain +1 electrochemistry. I think that also fits us. I kind of want to equip more the things that fit our character rather than min-maxing our stats.
A typical Martinez streetlight
What do we have
sits
here?
among assorted floor and table lamps.
Street light. Let's run our gaze over the
The
street
light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently.
Is that a street light?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Where did you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
Yeah, it is clever. How much for the street light?
700 real.
Whoa!
A bargain, I dare say.
Are you out of your mind? There's one just like that on every corner.
The light has undergone 3 transformations, and every transformation, large or small, has a price tag.
What do you mean, transformations?
Well, there are the cost of removal and rewiring. The most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures. which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
Okay. Don't have that kind of money. What do we have up
The
there?
boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Let's stand on our tips to see.
One
Tip of our
especially
toes.
catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Are you sure this is all working?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
Like music, okay. Shopkeep. This Stereo 8 approved machine here.
Is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
What I really want to know is, could this device come in handy in my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
I mean, that does sound kind of useful.
Like a beach party. With sand and sun and seagulls dancing on the breeze.
Kim, theoretically, could I bring it to a beach party?
Theoretically, yes. But we don't have time right now. It's generally murder investigation first, then beach party.
Actually, it doesn't have to be a beach. With a boombox like that, I'll bring the party into the streets.
You can play it any way you like. And I guess since you're a police officer, no one can arrest you for it.
I mean, I could barely afford it. It costs 12 real and we have 12.15. But I keep it in my mind. We would be absolutely broke. We need to pay guard, I think, maybe. So I'll hold on to the thought of buying the boombox. We will buy it at some point, but maybe not right now.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
Let's talk to Roy a little bit more.
What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Typical vacuous consumerist objects.
It keeps me entertained.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
Ooh, we have 90% chance. +2 Roy's prices are strange. +2 odd brain activity. Let's do it. Is Roy high, and if yes, then what is he on?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Perolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Rolodon? What is that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Oh. Sir, could you take your sunglasses off? I'd like to check your eyes.
Why on earth? These are prescription. I can't really see without them.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting. Those triangle patches on his vest. You have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jackets.
Say, what's with the triangles on your vest?
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. You know, after the People's Pile disaster. Had to take Perolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
The People's Pile, what's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere.
Big
Probably
oops.
some of it in you, too.
Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade you were part of.
We were an all-volunteer force. Self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
Must have been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, how did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far
It's a fair
away
point.
from Forberg as I can. Still in the same city, but
Thanks for telling me.
I like the theory more
Ooh,
than
we got a
the
new skill
story.
point.
Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Can you share your Perolidon with me?
Have you tried it before?
It's almost like he's worried for you. The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get involved. Go ahead then, he thinks. As long as you can walk straight, I don't care.
I ride the pyro every day.
Every day. You look the part. Here you go, man.
Nice.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Perolidon. Straight into your gut.
Thanks, man.
Of course.
You might be able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
Think you could help me get a corpse out of a tree?
The corpse behind the hostel, I assume. I don't have a truck with a mounted platform or anything of that sort myself. Ask around the harbour. There might be some
Fair
workers
enough.
there who'd be willing to help.
Didn't expect
The
that to
pawnbroker's
work.
gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
By the way, do you happen to have any guns like the ones carried by officers of the citizens' militia?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Oh,
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
Wait, I sold my gun?
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
I feel like there's something you're not telling me.
You weren't quite yourself, officer.
Well, what was I like?
You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight. And that you need the money. When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it.
I mean, happens to the best of us, I guess.
It certainly does, especially in Revachol.
So, was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her.
Okay.
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Well, what can I say, Kim?
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
Well, there is only one explanation. She must be one of my rabid fans.
In that case, she'll be happy to get a visit from us, if we can find her.
Piper's still a law official. Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Well, at least now I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
I'd like to
Let
sell
me have
something.
a look.
Can I sell my clothes?
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. And especially that tie. It swallows photons around it. I
Oh.
have no need for necrotic objects.
Necrotic objects?
Your mother is a necrotic object! I'm fun! Look at me sparking in the light of the projector!
I have a fascinating photo of a corpse here.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale.
Well, do you know what the tattoos mean?
A photic path, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter.
Okay.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Could sell the handkerchief or the pen. I don't really want to right now.
Another
They don't bring
time,
in much
perhaps.
money anyway. What is
Hey,
happening here?
So we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
Wait, there's a copper type?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Cool cop?
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
Won't the other copper types be jealous?
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll be super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual Copo type from sorry to anything.
Well, you know, I'm actually not sorry. I changed my mind.
No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance.
No, I'm really not sorry. Fuck off.
Wow. Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then.
Not sorry. We did level up though. But instead of leveling up one of our stats, I want to unlock another thought cabinet slot, and then it's time to put in the communism. There we go. Okay, so that is interesting. We found out that we sold our gun. It's not good. And that a woman bought the gun. Let's see if we can find her and our service weapon. Be nice. We do know that we have to get to the harbor. This Everard guy might be the one who can help us with the with corpse. Something here? No. But I also only have 2 morale left, which makes me a little bit nervous. Gotta be careful with... Oh. Caused by an earthquake. Maybe a sea monster attacked the plaza. Sounds likely. Rules. What's down here? It's on the ground. Oh, is that a plastic bag? Ooh, I think I saw something in the loading screen that can collect bottles to exchange them for money. We definitely will have... Oh, there's something. Money. Okay. Let me see. I want to have a look at the plastic bag. This plastic bag has frit written on it in a dynamic. Equipped to collect tear from the streets. I see. Oh, can I? Yeah. Hey, got some bottles. Here we go. We'll make some money. I think the Frit store was on the other side of the town, or to the other side of the whirling and
its coin
rags.
slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Oh, poor little viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Vandalism.
Probably some kids.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts. Lanky, weather-worn.
Must be the church that I heard
An
about.
X-shaped cross topping its tower. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows. Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice.
Okay. Oh, more bottles. We're gonna be rich.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary.
Hey, let's do it.
Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk, the ring of metal. The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry, different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost. The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort, its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it. Its leaves ripped from it by the winter wind.
Hang in there, little one.
The little brave birch tree seems to wave back in the wind.
There are ruins of some kind of building there.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
More bottles. Okay. Go to this direction, and then we can deliver all of the bottles once we get to the Fritz store. And we clean up the city, so that's great. Burp. What's this?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
3%, and we only have 2 morale slots. I don't want to damage my morale more than it is already. Maybe we come back at a different point. A little safer. Oh, we're now on the other side here of the fence. Oh, I actually gained some magnesium. That's good.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep? Pig's come to take me out, trying to snuff me out.
Are you sleeping right now?
Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
Hey, guess. Can I get up there somehow?
You see
Oh.
a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette.
And talk to
His
him. Though.
eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
But maybe he saw something from there. He should have a pretty good look from the crime scene. Maybe he's there more often. Why are you whispering? It sounds like you're already in trouble.
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Well, actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Martin Martinez? Good local name.
Yeah,
Let's go with that.
good local name. Looks like you've got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Did you, Kim?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
Oh.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Oh, someone else was here.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
A Sunday friend. How intriguing.
What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the grey sky, The neighboring windows are streaked with rain.
All right.
No. We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Oh, 83% chance. That isn't too bad. Convince him to stay. Nailed it.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains.
Hey, listen. I'm just trying to make this okay again. Can we meet again somewhere else?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes, compassion, and a hint of understanding.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
But, hold on, what's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
Oh. Okay.
He's gone.
We should run after him, see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So we just give up?
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there. If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Sounds good. There's the stone. I see. Probably a
Stone
spare key.
like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it. There's a key beneath it, rusty
Bingo.
from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments and the man can be in any of them.
Are we going to find the right one?
We'll just have to go in and see.
Okay, I definitely want to explore the building. But first let me look around the backyard somewhere. Ooh, what were those? One was healing, but the other one... Oh, orange bum hat. Reaction speed +1. Rhetoric -1. Bum brain. I mean... kind of fits. Just closed. You look at it suspiciously. That's what we do. Okay, I guess let's go into the apartment building. Nice. That went pretty well. Equipped with our crowbar and the plastic bag filled with empty bottles. Like a good detective would. Okay. Fiction notices. Oh, what's this? Sunglasses? Are gonna be so cool. Logic +1. Balancing the books. Filthy hobo, probably a narcomaniac. -1 authority. That fits with me. We're not a very authoritative person. So... Apartment 12. A loud rumbling snore comes from within. Oh, the music. This is gross. What do we have here? I cannot really cycle through them. Oh, alcohol, Commodore Red, and magnesium. We got some alcohol. That is one of our quests, to drink some. Maybe don't want to do it right now, but we'll keep it for a good moment. Some shoes. There's some money inside. Before I enter another door, I need more money. I think I need like 30 real, right, for guard.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11.
Let's knock.
No reply. No reply.
Let's do 3 knocks.
No reply. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
Ah.
Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
Let's do that. Let's switch out crowbar and cutters. I'm not sure if I can. I don't think I can unequip the plastic bag with the bottles. Can I? Oh, I can. I can just not pick up more. Okay. That's good to know. If I need both hands. Okay, let's...
This door has been closed with a padlock.
Ooh.
A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11.
42%. Let's try it.
What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not working.
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, Detective.
Oh boy. It cost us 2.
He's just trying to help. Don't take it bad. Relax.
These chain cutters are broken.
Perhaps you should give it another go.
I don't know. Let me quick save before we do that. I mean, it was 22% and now it's 58, so it's basically 50-50, right?
Board says number 11.
Will we fail a 50-50 chance twice?
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, Detective.
Thank you. The music is making me a little bit nervous. Ooh. Combined poster of a white star. Revolutionaries with guns. Critical theory. Sarmesian lounge jacket and something. Can I cycle through the items when I pick them up? Alright, so what does that do? Conceptualization +1. What's the other one? It looked almost like a bullet. Conceptualization +1. Esprit de corps. I feel like the concepts here are... Oh yeah, we're looking good. I prefer this one.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns.
Oh!
The name on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov.
Kim, you have to admit, this Krasmazov bears a striking resemblance to me.
Hold on a second. Is this why you broke in here? To find out whether you're Krasmazov?
I have to consider and investigate all possibilities, Kim.
Except that Krasmazov is dead. He's been dead for 50 years now.
Just humor me for a moment. Don't you see the resemblance?
Well, you both do seem to share an affinity for sideburns, but it seems like old Kras here didn't drink nearly as much as you.
Maybe this bus shows him before he started drinking.
Very well. Let's look for identifying features then. Doesn't he have a birthmark right here? What about you?
I can't tell. I can't see my face.
All right, but here's the big thing. Krasmasov looks Samaran, and you don't.
I'm part Samaran myself.
Okay, you win. Be Krasmasov then. I don't care. Why are you so hell-bent on proving that you're Krasmasov anyway?
Because actually he wanted stability and incremental progress, and so do I.
I think you have misunderstood who he was, but if you say so.
Why does this tenant have a bust of Krasmasov in their bedroom?
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Father Mazov, the hero of the working class.
Whoever lives here definitely shares your enthusiasm.
Okay.
There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Well, maybe we will return. Or something. Love to pose with their guns. This. Postcard Boogie Street. Okay. What? There's a lady.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side.
Knock again.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
This is the police. They have to open the door. You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge. You have a warrant. I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
Number 9 is locked. Okay, let's talk. There's a lady here.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Are you alright? Should I call the doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
You're still worried. It's very worrying.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
You live
If you
here?
can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
I'm looking for Martin Martinez.
Oh, you'll find plenty of Martins here. Don't you worry.
What do you mean? I wasn't joking.
Pea-brain. Someone played a trick on you. Martin Martinez is a name for anyone who comes from Martinez, like Jim Jamrock or Raoul Ravachol.
Oops, you really didn't get the joke there.
I thought it was obvious. Anyway, officer, we don't have the witness's name.
How about a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, smoker on the balcony? Know where he lives?
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil.
Yeah,
Right?
sounds about it.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
Oh boy, don't die.
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Okay.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
I have a few questions about this apartment.
Ask away, policeman.
Is one of the residents on vacation? Their mailbox is overflowing.
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
Who lives in apartment 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
I talked to someone through the door.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there. Maybe it's those countercultural people again, breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
Sure, I'll go see what I can find.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
Do you have any of those beer cans by any chance? No? Who lives with a padlocked door?
Oh, that one is a scientist, a future scholar.
Oh.
I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study.
Astrology?
Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
Are you sure you don't mean astronomy?
That's what I said. Astrology.
The lieutenant shakes his head as though to say, let it go. Come on, people. Try to keep up any standards here. It's not about stars. It's... forget it.
Even our brain is a little annoyed at us. Oh, thanks. Oh. Oh, thanks. All right, I think this is a good time to take a break, and next time we will then explore the apartment building a little bit more. We will find out what's up with the woman in apartment 10 and hopefully also find Mr. Martin Martinez. Thank you all for watching today's episode of Disco Elysium, the final cut. If you enjoyed it, please give the video a like, maybe consider subscribing to the channel, share the video with friends, family, and the people on the internet. That all helps me out a whole bunch and will bring you more content in the future. If you want to go above and beyond, you can check out the Patreon link down below, and I will be back with more Disco Elysium tomorrow. Until then, have a great time.